Blog Talk Radio.
Good evening, everyone. This is me, Jonathan Alexander. I'm here to host our show, Life, Laughter, Happiness. Today, we have the special guest, spirit medium Kerri, and my co-host, Kelly. Are you both there?
Yes.
Yes.
Good. Now, Kerri, usually when we have someone on, there's usually a story of how it kind of manifests itself or how it kind of grows. Because obviously, if you're psychic, your childhood is probably different than most kids. How was it different for you as opposed to other people?
When I was young, everybody would always think that I was like an older soul, I guess. I always knew things before they would happen, or just like had this inner sense of knowing. And it really started, I guess, I was probably about 4 in my earliest memory of seeing spirits. It started with having these 2 boys that were brothers that told me they died in a car accident. And I would bring them around with me, and they were imaginary friends, if you will. So they were with me for a while and worried my mom, of course. So she had me checked, taken to the doctor, and the doctor's like, well, your child just has a very active imagination, and it's probably lonely. Now, I definitely wasn't lonely because I have, I'm one of 4 siblings, and then I had 3 cousins that lived with me at the time. So I just could see them, you know. I could talk to them. But it was almost as if I couldn't tell who was alive and who wasn't. I would just talk to spirit, follow animals, all these different things. That's really how it started.
Now, you know, it's okay. Well, Kelly, do you have anything to add to that, or?
Well, I know that people say that kids are more open to, psychic things, and it's when we get to be an adult and we hear all the, no, that's not real, no, we don't do that. So for you, it sounds, you said that it was hard for you to tell who was living and who was not. So you basically can see, feel, hear, all the different senses when, they're next to you and whatnot, like anybody else that's there, right?
Right. I was the only one that could see it. Even the younger children than me in my household couldn't. As far as I know, I'm the only one out of my siblings that have this ability. The grandparents I've heard had it, but it was not allowed. And my mother claims to have had it to an extent, but she's afraid of it, and she thinks that it's, not good. But that's because of religious beliefs.
Yeah, I can identify with that actually. Yeah. So different people are able to sense them in different ways. Them being energies, entities, other beings. Are you more visual or audio, or is it kind of a combination of using your senses?
I'm visual, which they call clairvoyant, and I also feel a lot, which I believe the term is clairsentient. Now, as I got older, like you were saying, like some people, a lot of psychics and mediums, it goes away. It's not as vivid, I had a lot of anxiety as I got older because I started to feel spirit more than I would see it. They turned to orbs of light for me as I got older.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So,
okay.
Because they actually terrified me as I got older when I would sleep. So I would be in my bed and I would be barraged by like faces and people walking through my room, and I would be screaming for my mother. And she's like, nobody's there. I had my little sister sleeping with me, which she still talks about now, like, that she had to protect me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they did evolve. It changes as you get older. I guess you kind of desensitize yourself a little bit, but it was still always very present.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. I know it's hard to talk about sometimes because, people that have a certain mindset against it either think, oh, it's evil, or we don't know where it's coming from, or you could get lost, or some people might even think it's like a mental illness. I mean, it's, you know, it's a gift, but everybody sees it in a different way, especially if they're not using it.
Right. And I understand that.
Yeah. So, yeah, for me it was largely something I didn't talk about because I didn't want to be judged, and, you know, but then it's like after a while you just really can't ignore it. At least that's the way it was for me.
Yeah, it's like it will keep presenting itself in your life, so it's kind of just like, okay, I'm going to get to you somehow, especially if it's part of your life path. Because even though some people may have abilities, they're not meant to use them in this life, you know?
Yeah.
But if you are, it's going to keep showing up in some way and like knocking on your door and saying, come on, okay, it's time now. Like, because a lot of times I notice something will change. You can have a life event, an illness, a tragedy. Something happens a lot of times that will make you reopen that door, or it's for it to be like, okay, we're really here, you know?
Yeah. I've had like different awakenings, and that was always after a tragic event or like an illness or near-death experience, or, you know, just things that are out of the ordinary. It's not like I just woke up one day and went, oh, wow, you know?
Right, like, oh, wow, I'm seeing energy. I'm seeing, you know, I'm seeing things, something wrong with you right here, you know, like that kind of a thing, right?
Yeah. It was like the death of my mom, or the death of my best friend, or being in a bad semi versus car accident, or, you know, I don't like bringing it up a lot, but my ex-husband in domestic violence, and he tried to kill me, kind of a thing. You know, he's been prosecuted and all that, but yeah, I mean, just like major things, you know.
Not to interrupt, but we have a caller. Can we take a caller?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, give you a second. Caller, you're on the air.
Hello.
Hi.
This is Andrea. Do we speak before? I don't know.
Andrea?
Yeah.
With myself or with Jonathan and Kelly?
I'm not sure if I listened to your show before. I'm not really sure.
Oh, I'm new. I'm new to the show.
Oh, okay, then maybe not then.
We're glad to have you anyway.
Yeah,
it's been a really, really bad day for me. You know, my dad died yesterday, so.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
It's one of those things. Thanks.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm trying to book a flight to California now because I'm in Virginia. So, yeah, I got to fly to California. Yeah, you don't like going to those kind of circumstances, but, you know, you have to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Okay. Were you looking for me to try to tune in a little bit?
I don't know. My sister's mad at me because I posted something about something my dad did on his Facebook, and she didn't want the whole world to know. And I think she's just angry because she wasn't there when he died, and she should have been. So, you know, I can feel guilty too because she told me to come earlier and I didn't, so I didn't go either. So, you know, stuff happens.
Right,
yeah.
But everybody's, you know, feels things in life or has certain relationships with their parents. Some parents are just amazing, and then other ones don't do the greatest job, and they have this like little bit of karma that comes in. Not to be, you know, rude about it or anything, but sometimes it's just the way things work out, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't feel bad about it. She's feeling bad enough.
Yeah, she's feeling bad for the both of us, you know. And because I actually had dated a guy back in last year for a while, and he actually never really met my dad, but he talked to him on the phone, and we ended up breaking up, and I called him today to let him know that my father had died, and then he hung up on me. So I was like, okay then.
Yeah, terrible.
Wow. Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah, that's like totally bad day. And then I think Well, I think he went back to the ex-wife because they had a kid together, and I think she kind of blackmailed him to come back, saying, if you want to see your kid, you'll come back. So I think she's got some sort of voodoo on him where if she finds out that I'm talking to him, something will go awry over there. And so, but that's another story, another day, but,
Yeah, I understand.
Just one of those days where, we just kind of wanted to, not see the world, so to speak. So.
Yeah.
But,
Did you have any questions or wanted to ask a question or anything?
I actually, I don't know if like I said, if you're new to the show, so we've never talked before. I don't know why it kind of sounds familiar, but I actually tried out for a TV show back in last year, like 3 different states. So the call was supposed to come by the end of February. So I don't know what kind of energy you pick up with that audition, maybe.
Let me look into it, okay?
Okay.
So that's like a little bit of a psychic vibe there. Let's just look into it. Okay. Have you been doing this for the last year or so, or looking into getting yourself out there in the last year? Because that's kind of how I feel like
6 years.
6 years, okay. Because I feel like this push forward, like, okay, you need to be seen, you need to go forward. I kind of get that they're keeping their options open. I don't even know if the feeling that they're going forward was what they've already set out. It almost feels like there's a holding period. You know what I mean by that? Like that they might
they
take a
haven't
step back
decided
at the
because
filming.
They're doing one more audition. Matter of fact, in California. I mean, so they're haven't decided until then.
Yeah, I feel like it's going to be delayed even further, but I actually feel like you're really good at what you're doing, and you practice for a long time, or you've been in like kind of like theater and things like that. And I do feel like you'd be good for that kind of a part that you put in for. But it's kind of just like, okay, we have to step back a minute, So I'm not really sure what I'm feeling here, but I do sense that. I wish I had like the best news, like, oh, absolutely, it's going to be for you. I feel very hesitant, and I feel hesitant because of the way the whole series or whatever it is that they're doing is going. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah. Like I said, they've got one more month of auditions.
Yeah, but I do feel hopeful because I feel like you are like somebody contending with it, So I just don't know why I have the hesitancy, but I do feel like you may be able to be like 1 out of the 5 that they look at. You get what I mean? But it'd be further down the line.
Yeah, I actually I tried out 6 years, and this particular time in New York City, I got to audition for the staff of AGT. So it's America's Got Talent, and I had just come from New York City. I was in Florida, and the next round is in California, as a matter of fact. And I was just wandering around. There was license plates, California, Florida, and New York City, like right next to each other. I was like, that's not a sign. That's not a coincidence. Right. That's a sign. So the universe, but you have to pay attention to those signs. Otherwise, they'll pass you by.
Yes, you're definitely right about it. Just give it a little bit more time because I feel like they're figuring things out on their end. But don't just let them be, follow up on it because I do feel like you have all the talents that they're looking for, and all the qualities that they're looking for. So keep hopeful,
awesome.
Okay?
It's on my vision board, so I manifest it every day.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm glad that you do that. You're very spiritual yourself, so that's great.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I have this spiritual path. Sometimes I scare myself. Well, thank you.
And you're getting a flight now? You're getting a flight out now tonight?
I'm looking to book one. I'm going to probably be leaving Thursday because I guess they're going to do a celebration on Saturday. Said that they don't want to do a funeral. They just want to do a celebration.
Okay.
So,
Let me ask you this because I'm seeing what feels to me like, was your dad military at some point?
Yes, he was. Okay,
because I just feel like he's showing me that aspect of himself, and I feel to be a very proud kind of a person.
Yes.
I don't know if Robert or Richard is important to you, but that name is coming forward. I don't know what that is. But we'll see. It feels like a strong R for
Robert
some reason.
or Richard. Well, my dad's name was Henry, but my mom used to call him Rick. That was his French nickname, Rick.
because it just feels like a strong R. Let's just see what he's doing here. I do know with him, though, he had some illness for some time, and I do feel like it's up in my chest area. So I know that he was struggling. So he actually feels happy to be passed. Do you understand? Like he's been struggling. So it's kind of like I'm finally free. So I feel this relief.
He had lung cancer.
So there's no anger at all, like towards you not being there. I feel very understanding because I feel I was not the easiest person to get along with.
Nope.
And would you understand the name of Barbara?
Barbara. I have someone I work with named Barbara.
No, that's not important. Let's just see here for 1 second. And also, for some reason, the name Michelle is coming through. I don't know where that fits, but that's coming through
Michelle?
here. Yeah. But anyhow, he just feels to me like, okay, you take your time in getting here, be safe, and he just wants you to know, like, don't hold on to any guilt especially over what your sister's got to say. Do you have a Joanne or a Joan or something like that? Joan, Jennifer, Joanne. What's your sister's name? Because I feel very strong that you're trying to say. Okay, because I feel very strong, like wanting to mention her. And he's making me feel like I feel like he could be very forward. Like she's a smart ass anyway. She's going to tell you whatever just to cause issues and be the better of the two. But that's just the feeling I get around her. But your dad loves you in his ways, and he wants you to know that, okay?
Okay, well, thank you for that.
You're welcome, and I wish you the best.
Well, thank you.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Awesome. Okay.
Have a good night.
Thank you for calling.
Bye.
Welcome. Now, when it appears to you, like, how does it manifest itself to you? Like, how does it actually appear?
Like that one specifically, I was just feeling like she mentioned her dad, and then I was asking him to come forward, basically, like, okay, let's give her a little something here, because I know she wants something psychically, but also she's probably dealing with your passing, so let's give her some info. And then he showed up in, like, uniform, so that's how I felt the military.
Okay, so you get visions, like you do.
Yeah.
Do you feel anything like an itching or And I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just understanding, but
Itching,
I've heard different answers.
No itching, but when I've learned a long time ago from somebody else, ask the spirit to sit on you, and it's funny enough. I mean, a lot of mediums can probably learn something from this if they don't know it, and then they'll give you the feelings of, like, literally in your body of what caused their passing in a way. You'll get a hint of, okay, it was my lungs, it was this, it was that, and get a feel of it.
Oh, yeah. I've had that.
Did you say ask the spirit to sit on you?
Yes. I learned that a long time ago. It sounds crazy, but it works for me, so I use what works for me.
Ask the spirit to sit on you.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, wow. I hadn't heard that before. That's cool that you know what works for you.
Yes. That's the thing. People want to do the same thing that other people do, but you have to find what works for you because that's going to be best, you know?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah, it takes some, I don't want to say experimentation, but, practice, really.
Yeah, it does.
And, that makes me a little bit leery about people that are teaching techniques if they stick to one thing, because I don't know that everyone can do the same type of thing and get the same thing out of it.
Right. That's why you just have to learn, okay, this feels right to me, or what is your strongest sense? And sometimes go off of what your strongest senses are.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Were you going to say something, Jonathan?
Well, I was curious to know, because I know that your mother passed away like a few years ago. I mean, I was wondering if you was picking up on anything like from your mom or anything.
Oh, that would be cool to find out, yeah.
Okay, let me take a look, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry, I'm just honing in for a moment.
Oh, it's okay.
All right.
Now, for some reason, I'm feeling as though your mother had illness, so I don't know if there was like a cancer, but I kind of feel like there's illness running throughout my body. So that's the feeling that I'm getting from her. I do feel kind of young from her. I don't know, she was around 50 or 52, something like that.
She looked young. She was 64, but she looked a lot younger.
Okay. I get that feeling. I feel like I'm a vibrant and funny person. I can be very sarcastic, just my personality. And I feel like I had so much more, but I ended up getting sick, and it ends up taking me, I want to say, like, very quickly in, like, the last 3 months was very, very hard for her. Do you understand that?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, she had lung cancer twice. She had surgery the first time they got it all, but then it came back, and then the time it came back, it just went terrifically fast through her body. And they said, you could try chemo, you'll get sick, but you probably won't make it. So she decided not to.
Right. It was like, okay, enough is enough. For some reason, I want to go to the month of November with her, being significant. I don't know if that is birthday or what it is specific, but I feel November to be very strong.
She passed she passed in November.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
So I feel that. I also get the feeling of you being around, like going to the hospital, but I get this feeling of, please don't take anything by what I say. Did you ever have to feel like you walked on eggshells around her? Because I feel as though I don't want to set my mom off in ways. That's just the way I feel. It was very hard to be around her, and she got even meaner. I'm sorry to say that, when she was sick. She would get mean, and it was just kind of just
unkind.
Like, okay. Unkind, yes, that's probably a better word. I'm sorry.
That's just fine. They thought it went to her brain, so like sometimes, you could tell she wasn't feeling well, and sometimes she didn't hide it very well. And there were other times where, I would be talking to her, and she didn't even remember when I was born, and then she would remember some argument she had with my dad 35 years ago. So it was just kind of weird.
Okay. No, I understand that, because I just feel like, like walking around it, tiptoeing around it, I feel as though she was in the hospital. You're taking care of her. But, she does make me feel like she was not in pain when she passes. So she also shows me you telling her things kind of like right before she passes kind of thing, like, okay, it's all right, don't worry. Does that make sense to you?
Oh, my gosh, yes. My friend Tim and I and my dad and her dad were there the day that she passed. Like, she was there for less than 24 hours in hospice at my parents' house. And, we knew it was, her last breath, and we let her know that we knew she was trying to hang on, but don't do it for us, because if it's her time, then it's her time. But if it's not, then we don't want her to go. But, not to feel like she had to for us. And I wanted to let her know I was going to be okay, because she was really worried about leaving me behind.
Yeah. I do feel like you're pretty young when this happens. I know she was a young woman herself. And she does give me, I don't know if the name Margaret or something along those lines makes sense to you, but I'm getting like a strong M name. We'll see what that fits. It almost feels like it might be her mother or something like that. I'm not sure what this is. And then also, does the name Brandon or Brian make any sense to you?
Well, my friend's dad was my coach in softball, and he passed away. So, they always respected him a lot.
Okay,
Brian.
Let's just see where. Let's just see here, because I feel. Okay.
Does would the M name maybe be like a last name of Moore?
That's possible, but I'm not really sure, to be honest. I was just seeing a big M, and then I was trying to feel it out a little bit. Let's see here with her. I feel like I'm not alone, though. Like, she's got other people over there. Would her mother be in spirit, though?
Yeah.
Because I feel like I'm not alone, so I know that I'm with my mom, and I'm surrounded by people that I love. So I feel that, okay, for some reason, okay, honey. Oh, wow. And your grandma was a big part of your life as well, but I feel like she's been gone for some time. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. What happened with you, honey? Okay. She makes me feel like something was wrong with her brain or stroke-like. Do you understand that with her?
Yeah, it was like she had mini strokes, and then they thought, like, toward the end there that it went to her brain, the cancer.
Okay, because I just feel like my head is not right. I can't think straight. I know I'm bedridden. I can't move much. I'm just tired. That's how she makes me feel.
And her mom had massive strokes, so that might be her too.
Okay. I'm just letting you know, like, who's around you. Let's just see here. Okay, I'm just getting something else here. I just want to see what this is. I don't know if you have a Michael or a Matthew.
Michael's my ex-husband that I mentioned earlier.
Oh, okay. So I guess she knew who he was, and she's just, like, mentioning him. Yeah, she definitely knew who he was, and she's like, you know, like, she does mention, though, that, like, forgiveness, but I get the feeling of forgiveness for yourself. Do you know what I mean with that?
Yeah.
Like, just to release your own pain, because I feel like he is a very unstable, unhinged, like, mentally. And I don't know if he used drugs, but I get that feel as well. I feel like there's issues with him, tons of issues, terrible upbringing.
Yeah. He was supposed to be on medication as an adult, but they couldn't make him take it, and that came out in court.
And I don't know if you have a Joshua or Justin, something along those lines. So that is coming up as well. I'm not sure where that fits, but we'll see. Okay. Now you have a child. You said it.
I had a miscarriage last year, and we're thinking maybe we'll have one this year, like an actual baby that makes it. We're kind of hoping.
Let me see here. Okay. All right. I'm just looking at something because did you have to have something done with your cervix? I'm sorry to say that, like, publicly, but I feel like almost like something had to be done in order or cared for in order to have a baby. That's got to be done.
That's interesting. I'll have to have it checked into. I know when I was in the middle of the miscarriage, it was incomplete, and they had to use some suction because something was stuck. It's no longer there, but, you know, I don't know if that's what would be brought up.
Okay, just check into that because I feel like you're totally healthy. You can definitely have a baby, but I just feel like, okay, make sure everything is checked with, that you're okay. And I also get a lot of stress from you. Like, sometimes, like, I don't know if this makes sense to you, but I feel like you're like a bundle of nerves at times, and your mind is racing, and that also affects you.
She was today. She was a bundle of nerves today.
And I also want to go through, like, I don't know if your thyroid was ever affected, but I kind of feel something over there. So look into that. You've got your hormonal control. Almost like you just have to make sure I'm in the right stages to have this baby, and then everything should be okay.
Good. Yeah, maybe later this year. I'm actually going to be undergoing a bunch of testing because I was having hives and it's recurring, and so they're checking red blood cells, white blood cells, the allergies, food or environmental, and then they're checking for autoimmune stuff. But I already know that I have hypothyroid, but it's possible that the medicine isn't working anymore.
Right. So you got to watch those levels. Okay. Let's just see what this is. Do you have a Jenny or something along those lines? Jenny or Joni?
My aunt's name is Joan. She's still here.
Okay. That's your mom's sister?
Yeah.
Okay. I feel as though you keep close contact with her. Stay close. I kind of feel like you felt lonely for some time now without having, like, family, Now your relationship with your dad is kind of strained or so. I get this feeling of strain with your dad.
Yeah, at times, and, he's busy with his life, and so we don't talk or see each other as much as we should. And while my mom was here, it was more strained with him.
Yeah. I get from your mom though. She loves you so much though. The feel of her is like, oh, I wish I had said it more, because I feel like she would tell you, but it'd be like she didn't tell you all the time how much she loved you. And it's like, I wish I had gotten that chance to say it, more often.
Yes. She did have her walls up. Yeah.
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 Let's see here. Do you have a tattoo for your mom?
No, I've thought about it, but I haven't done it.
Okay. Because I just get this feeling of that. You're not military, are you?
No.
Okay, because I get some sense of, I don't know if there's somebody around you right now that is military, but there's like a strong vibe, either police, military, firefighter. I get that strong vibe around you. I don't know if it's a guy around you.
My housemate is.
Oh, your housemate is, okay.
Yeah.
So I just get that sense around you. There's some protection there. Let's see here. Now, you have a fiance or a boyfriend?
Yeah.
Okay,
he's not, my housemate isn't, but I have one, that doesn't have military.
All right, let me just look into this a little bit. Well, do you understand the name Chris?
Chris.
What's his name? Let me just get that.
Oh, his name is Jared.
Jared. Let me look into him for a minute, okay? All right.
Okay.
All right. And is it okay if I say a couple of things?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm getting the feel on him of wanting to commit, but almost like it's on your end of not wanting to commit. Do you get what I mean by that? It's almost like, okay, I want to take the next step, but I got a lot of fear surrounding it, so I'm keeping you at an arm's length, but I want to go forward. It's just like, okay, can you take baby steps with me? And I feel like he's been very patient, which is great. Does that make sense to you or resonate with you?
Oh, that does. It totally does. Like, we've both been hurt before, and we're both, scared. And so we keep running into snags, but then we communicate, and we end up realizing we're being silly. But, it's kind of, yeah, wow.
Yeah, because it just feels like he's a really good person, and he's got some things to overcome. I don't know what the hump is, but they're showing me okay, he's still got some hurdles. But I just get the feel of he's very patient and he wants a future with you. So it's going to be, okay, give it another year or so, and then you'll both be in the space where you're ready. But if you were to get pregnant, it's gonna speed up. It's gonna be forced to speed up. It's going to be forced to speed up if you were to get pregnant, like you're saying.
Oh, so we probably shouldn't force that?
No, it's not about forcing it, but I'm just saying, if it happens organically, it would take a year or so for him just to, overcome some things. But if you get pregnant, it's going to speed it up because he wants a family. He doesn't want to be separate. He wants that. We both want that.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, he has a daughter that he loves with his whole heart, and he's a wonderful father.
Mhm. So that's the feeling that I'm getting with him.
Wow. Thank you. That eases my mind. And we do have a wedding date of 10/10/2020. It'd be really great if we're on the same page.
Right?
So,
yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah,
and I
right
also
now
have the feel of you starting another business or something, or trying to start another business. So it's kind of like I have my hand on all these things, but I haven't really put the focus on it. Like you put it in the back burner and pull it forward and back and forth, the kind of thing. But I feel that do you know you have healing abilities?
Yeah.
She does.
Thank you.
I know you do the chakras because Jonathan had told me that, but I feel more healing abilities, and I get this huge sense of animals, tons of dogs and rescues, and I don't think you turn down any animal, even if it was a horse or a dolphin, you wouldn't turn it down.
Oh gosh, that is so neat. I've got 14 bearded dragons right now in the menagerie, and they're all rescues, and so I've thought about educating people with them and taking them to schools and stuff like that, but there's only so much I can pursue with that because there's a, you know, well, we have to make sure the ordinance is okay and all this stuff. So
Yeah, but I mean, you have a lot of possibilities that you can pursue. It's just what you want to do, you know.
yeah, thank you. Do you see
You're
writing
welcome.
as being a big one?
Writing? Let me see here. I feel like are you a creative writer?
Yeah.
Like more of something creative? Okay.
Yeah, and, you know, also I like to help people with it. So, like, one of my things was I was going to be looking into freelance writing, but then also writing a book about my journey and doing that with someone else who can provide more resources.
Yeah, I don't know exactly your situation, but I'm feeling like you have such a situation that you can actually have a book that, like, turns into a movie. You know what I mean? When you're talking about a story. Like, that's how, like, it's almost like the people will be so intrigued about how things unraveled that it's kind of like, how did that happen? Or why did that happen? And it's almost, you know, like that. That's the feeling that I get from it. But I just feel so much like opportunity that you have like different aspects to you that you could pursue, you know? It's like you got to sit down with your heart and think, what do I want to do? What feels good to me?
Oh, that's great. Because, yeah, I've been struggling to try to figure out how to make money on a regular basis. Because, you know, when you have expenses,
Right.
It's hard to budget if you don't know where it's coming from or how much.
Oh, I do know. I mean, my reading business, I didn't do as much as my nursing. And then it was like, okay, well, this door has now opened so I can pursue it more, you know?
Yeah.
Because it fulfills me. You want to do something that feels good to you, feels right.
Yeah.
And just keep working towards it, because if you don't, it's going to, like, just disappear or, like, you know?
Do you see me doing something like healing with animals, like people either bringing me their animals and I do energy work or massage, or like doing something remotely or doing animal readings?
I actually get the feeling of doing animal readings because I feel very like you're very emotional, that you can actually pick up on people's and animals' emotions. Like, you just have to be around them long enough. I feel like putting your hands on them and just getting a feel, like, okay, what hurts you? And you're very calm and you have a calming effect to the animal. So I actually feel like that would be great for you to do that, you know, in person. Not like, you could start out with online, but that's what I actually feel. And I see you going to horse farms for some reason. I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's what I feel.
Oh, I love horses. That would be great. Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you. This is like,
you're welcome.
Hugely eye-opening. Wow.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
Yeah, thank you. Do you see anything more for me? Otherwise, I think we had a caller.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Let me do the caller. Let me put this caller on. 1 second here.
Oh, wait a minute, Jonathan. She's Stephanie.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, 1 second.
What happened? Sorry, I missed that part. I think I blanked out for a second on my phone.
I was going to put the caller on, but I think Kelly said she had a question.
Well, you just, you know, if you had anything more that was coming through that I should know.
Let's see here. I'm getting something about moving, though. I am getting that. I'm not feeling like you're exactly happy where you are. So I'm getting a feeling in about 3 months or so, you're going to be moving out, but I see it more as like a transition. So that's one thing that I'm getting a feeling more of, living with your boyfriend like moving in together. And that will also like help you in a way. Like the burden will be a little lighter, you know? That's what I'm picking up. I hope that helps you in some way there.
Yeah, it does.
Right.
The thing is, though, to move there and move my animals, I have to become a licensed zoo. So I'm probably going to keep them at my house here and commute, if that makes sense. Does that kind of sound right? Or should I pursue getting the zoo license?
Or actually being able to be there, because I feel more of a lift than more of a burden where you have to keep a separate home for your animals, you know?
You're feeling
So
what?
there must be a way for. You're saying your animals would have to stay home. Stay where you
or
are.
I'd have to. They would have to stay at my house unless I become a licensed zoo at his because of their ordinance. Do you see that happening?
Wow. Unless he's going to move with you, because it could be a total different residence. You know what I mean? Like, because I feel like you're joining each other. You're not going to be just, separate from each other and not have your animals. I think he understands you like you're a package,
Oh, okay. Thank you. Yeah, maybe we'll find some place in the middle ground.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
so are you ready for a caller now?
Yeah.
Let's put a caller
Thank
in.
you.
Okay. All right, let's see here. 818, area code. Are you there?
Yes.
Hello?
Hi, my name's Terry.
Hi,
Hello.
Kerri. How are you?
I'm good. I would just like to know, Kerri, if you can pick up on any of my loved ones in spirit.
Okay, let me take a look for you. Okay, I'm actually feeling like a dad around. Do you have a dad in spirit? Because that's what I'm feeling right now. Feels like fatherly.
Yes,
What I'm getting with him, let me just ask him what's going on with him. I actually feel like he had some kind of illness throughout his body, so I'm not sure if there's a cancer, but that's the feeling that I'm getting. And it does make me feel as though I may have been losing my memory at some point. Does that make any sense to you? Because that's the feelings that I'm getting, like I was forgetful or it affected my brain.
Yeah, I understand the illness with cancer and possibly the memory from medication.
Okay, let me look a little bit further. Okay. Okay, I also feel like I've got something going on with my organs in my stomach as well, because all of a sudden they started like nodding up on me. So I'm not sure if there was something down there, but that's the feeling I'm getting. I feel as though I'm gone for about 5 years or so. Does that make any sense to you?
I understand the problem with the organs in that area for sure, and it has definitely been longer than 5 years.
Longer than 5 years. Okay. I don't know if a strong M name makes any sense to you, but I'm getting an M name. I don't know if there's like a Martin or a Marty, something like that. Do you understand that at all?
That's his
Mike.
That's his middle name.
That's his middle name. Okay. That's coming through, and I just get this feeling of like shining light, like he's just like beaming, like with pride and smiling at you. That's the feeling that I get. Like, are you his only girl? That's the feel I get. Like only daughter.
That's correct. Yes.
Okay. Because I just get that feeling. I also get this feeling of, would you understand being military when he was young? Because I get that sense from him, being in the military at a very young age, but I don't feel I was in it long.
Yes, he was in the reserves, and I have pictures of him in his uniform. Yes.
Okay. I also feel very, very handsome. For some reason, a strong, I don't know if there's a J name or a Joyce, but that's coming through, and it kind of feels female to me for some reason. I mean, you could say no if I'm wrong, but I just feel that.
I don't know a Jamie or Joyce. Yeah.
Okay. You do understand that?
I'm not quite sure about that.
Okay, no problem. Let's just see here. All right. I know that he's an M, but I'm not. Okay. Is there a Michael or something along those lines? Michael, Matt, something like that?
And I know there's a Matt that I had. I didn't know very well. That's in spirit. That was a cousin.
Okay. I'm also getting a sense. Do you have one brother? Because I feel like there's one more, like two children. Does that make sense to you? One brother?
I have two brothers. Yeah.
Two brothers. Okay. Let's just see here. Okay. So. Okay. But I also. Okay, mom is still living, correct?
Yes, my mom is still living, yeah.
Okay, because I do feel like mom is still here. Oh, wow. I just feel like with him, like there's so much that he feels like I missed out on in a way, and I'm watching it from above, and I feel as though I want to talk about some kind of engagement. Is how I'm feeling. There's some kind of like celebration. Did somebody recently get married?
My daughter just got engaged.
Oh, so an engagement. Like just so happy about it.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden I'm seeing a tall J. So I don't know if Joshua or something along those lines makes any sense to you, but that is popping up on for me.
My son is tall, and his name is Jeremy.
Jeremy, okay. So being very proud of him as well. Oh, wow. I just feel like, wow, these kids were my all, my everything. I was so proud of them. You know, I feel, he's been gone a while, but I do know them. That makes sense to you? I don't know if they've been gone since they're about 9 and 10.
He never met them, but I feel like he knows what's going on.
Oh, okay. Because I just get to feel like I know them somehow. And I'm just so, like shocked and happy for them. And I just feel like everything is just starting, Let's just see here. Do you understand an R as well? Because I'm getting a strong R coming through. I don't know if there's a Robert, Richard, something along those lines. That's popping through. Okay.
I have an R name that's an aunt that's still living.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm going to let that go. Let's just see if I can ask him for a date or something. Now, for some reason, I'm going to December. Would December be significant with him?
Nothing's ringing a bell with December.
Okay. All right. December feels significant for some reason. Okay. I'm also getting something about travel, which I'm feeling like he wants to talk about traveling or going places is how I kind of get it. Would you understand that at all?
I'll be doing a lot of travel this year.
Okay, because I don't know if you're going to Europe, but it kind of feels like I'm leaving this country. I'm going to see sites, or I'm going to see several sites. It's almost how it feels. Okay. Here.
Yes, I'll be going overseas in July.
Okay. I'm also getting a name like a Nancy. You understand that at all?
No.
Okay. No, Nancy. Come on, come a little closer. Now, is that who you wanted to talk to, though?
Yes.
Okay, because I just want to make sure before we continue.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I don't know if there's a Gloria or a Gladys, but after that, I'm going to let the names go because I just feel like I'm all over the place. But if you understand that, let me know.
No.
Okay. I'm just drawing everything all over your paper. All right.
Does he see what's going on in my life?
Let me see. He's talking about what I feel to be like, he's giving me symbols. I do a lot with symbolism, changes. So I don't know if you're in the middle of a career change, but it kind of feels like your career is changing, or there's some kind of education, like you're going up. So he's like, keep going, because I see this incline, like it's just rising. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Are you starting something new? I just feel like a new project, or feels like I'm starting my own. Like, okay, I'm branching out. I'm starting my own. That's how I kind of feel. And he seems to be very proud of it. He instilled a lot in you on, you could do anything. And he's talking about beautiful, like being so beautiful. Did he call you that or something, or beautiful all the time?
He was always very complimentary. Yes.
Okay, because he's like, you're so beautiful, you can do anything, that kind of stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me just look here. But I definitely feel like when you're talking about your own life, there's some kind of endeavor that you're going to be doing that he's going to be along the path, because I feel like he's trying to help you every step of the way, like guiding you along. And I also get this, like, do you associate, like, some kind of colors with him? Because I almost feel like blue is a big color with him.
Yeah. I'm not so sure about that. I never thought of it. But he did like blue.
Because blue just seems to be, and I almost feel like he might have even had some kind of blue eyes or something. It just feels like I just love blue. And like that kind of thing, like showing you stuff. Okay. And then he's talking about what I get to be, like he's talking about a star.
Oh, my God, that's our symbol together. Yep.
Yeah, so the star is significant, but almost like I want to say somebody is a star. Does that make any sense to you? I know that you're saying that's your symbol, but I almost feel like somebody's branching out and being a star. I don't know if you're not doing acting.
I'm not doing acting, but my daughter, I mean, she's doing really well in her career, and I would call her a rising star.
Okay. All right, then maybe that's who he's talking about. All right, and oh my gosh. I'm kind of losing him a little bit. I'm sorry. I'm all over the place
That's
right now.
okay.
But I just get like a lot of love from him and just, happiness and watching it all. And I feel like I'm seeing something be built, and I feel like I'm looking at like a beautiful home being built up. Are you building on your home?
Yes, my mother is moving in, so we're in the process of planning an add-on for her.
Okay, so it's kind of just like building it up. It's going to be beautiful, and I'm sure he would love that. Is that's his wife, correct? I'm making sure.
Yeah.
And I also, yeah, it's just really like sweet, Like he's a good guy. Yeah.
He is.
Yeah.
That was
thank
beautiful.
You,
thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You too.
Bye.
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 Hey, Kerri?
Yes.
We have 3 more callers, and it is 8:51. I was wondering if you wanted to stay on longer to be able to have everybody get read.
I don't know if I could do everybody, to be honest, because I had a whole day of readings. I could probably do like one more. Is that okay with you guys? But I can.
That's
would you?
okay,
I
yeah, we could have you on
right
the
now.
show again. Would you
But
like
I
to?
want you to know you've impressed both of us. You've impressed both of us to death. I mean, we really have, haven't you, Kelly? We'd love to have you back.
Yeah,
I would love to.
absolutely. Well, thank you.
Would
yeah,
you like
it'd be
that,
awesome
Kerri?
to have.
Oh, yeah, you guys are so nice. I've really enjoyed it, and I'm so glad that you invited me on. I just wanted to say, if anybody is listening that wants a reading, right now I have a special until the 1st of February. My readings are 30 minutes for $50 and an hour for like $99 if you don't get on the line, okay? But I would love to come back.
Oh, that would be great.
That'd be great. Okay, let's see.
We've had others,
yeah.
and sometimes they get guests mixed up, or we have like 50 people coming in for one person and the previous caller, and it gets jumbled. And I'm really impressed with how you're able to do that.
So I will contact you after the show about when we can have you back on. I'll put another caller back on. This person seems to be waiting for some time, so let's put this person back on.
Okay, great.
Okay,
Yeah,
area code 425. You're on the air.
Hello.
Hi, my name's Robin. Yeah, my name's Robin.
Hi, Robin. How are you?
Robin.
Hi.
Are you looking for a psychic reading or a medium reading?
So what would be the difference between a psychic or a medium reading?
Psychic is about your life, past, present, future. You can ask questions. Medium is more of like people who are past, connecting with them. It depends on what you're looking for. Sometimes a spirit will come in, but
okay. So I guess I have to choose psychic because when I was younger I used to draw, and I would like to I'm wondering if I would be able to get my drawing ability back, because I would like to do comics.
Okay, let me take a look here. Can I ask you if you've ever had a trauma in your life or a traumatic event? I'm picking up something about that.
Oh, yeah. As a kid, I used to I almost died because of meningococcal meningitis.
Okay. Because I feel as though something around that kind of like stopped you in a way, even around as young as that, but a trauma or tragedy in your life. And I almost feel like you might have had something physical go on with you as well. Don't take any offense to anything I say. Sometimes I'm wrong. So, you could say yes or no. That's the feeling that I'm getting. But I do feel that you have some problems with motivation and a little bit of confidence and just, like, are you depressed at the moment, Robin? I'm sorry.
Sometimes I am.
Okay, because I just get this, like, I don't know what to do. I'm not quite sure, and I kind of don't have the confidence that I used to have. And it's like you need that push. You need that inner feeling. It's almost like you've got to be guided from the outside source and look outside. I definitely feel that you will have some inspiration regarding your comics and stuff, but you have to keep going. Don't give up. I feel like I almost pick up the pen, I start, and I put it back down. Does that make any sense to you? I just pick it up and I put it right back down, and it's like I get mad at myself that I'm not doing it.
Yeah, that does make sense.
Because I feel like you have all the talent. It's like, do I believe in myself? You definitely have all the talent to do it. It's all in time, patience, and you're a perfectionist. If it doesn't come out exactly it, I'm not going to do it. You know what I mean? Like, you've just got to do it. Every day will get better. Every day you'll like it more. That kind of a thing. That's the feeling I'm getting, especially towards your comics. And I feel like your personality, you're very funny, and you could come up with these funny quips that can go with it. You get what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
So it's like you have like all the makings of it. It's just putting the pen to paper and moving forward with it. And then carrying your portfolio. If you want to go out there and show it, I actually think you need exposure. You need to get on YouTube or something just to get out there and let people see the work you do. It doesn't make sense to like hide it when you do it, especially when it looks great.
And there's one other thing too.
Yeah.
I saw this one movie a couple years ago, and once I saw that movie, it's like that. It made me it's like I know that because of that movie I knew that I wanted to be a movie director.
Okay, so you know what you want to do. Now it's all about the motivation and the go. Because waiting and the patience, I feel like you're waiting to feel like it. You're waiting to do it. There's no more waiting. You've got to push every day. Set yourself a goal because you do have a big goal, and it's a lot to accomplish. But this, like one foot in front of the other. Keep it going, and not giving up on yourself. That's the biggest thing. You give up on yourself.
Okay.
All right. I hope that you understand what I mean because a lot of it is working inside, because you are talented. Believing that you're talented and knowing that you're meant to do what you want to do. I almost get the feeling like somebody told you, oh, that's not good enough, and you really took it to heart, or you can't take the criticism.
Yeah, my mom, it's my mom that thinks that I need to be realistic.
Well, she wants to see you do a career. Moms are like that. They see a dream, but they're like, okay, well, make the money and then have the dream, So you have to just understand where she's coming from. But as long as you can, do both at the same time, and like you'll be able to do it. Just prove to yourself. That's all you really need to prove to.
Okay.
All right. I hope that helps you.
All right. Yeah, it does.
All right. Thank you, Robin.
Thanks. Bye.
Well, we have about 30 seconds left, and I guess all I can say is I'd like to reiterate what I said to Kelly is that we really would love to have you back on. I mean, I was looking at the calendar, I mean, we could probably you said that you'd be open to coming back on. Huh?
Yeah, I would love to come back on.
How
okay,
do people
how
get your
about
readings? Like, if you're not on the show, how do they reach you?
Right now I'm working on a website, so I don't have that yet, but I'm on Facebook. My page is called Spirit Medium Kerri, Kerri, and you can message me. I'm very approachable, so, you can ask me a question. I don't do readings just, in Messenger. I have to set appointments, but that's how you can reach me.
Oh, okay, great. I wanted to make sure we got that out there before, we lose people.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
How about would you be open to coming back on, say, February 8th?
Let me look at my calendar. I have it here.
That seems like is that a good day for you, Kelly?
Yeah, it works for me. It works for you guys.
It's 2 weeks from right now. It's 2 weeks from today.
Actually, sorry. I actually have a fundraiser that evening.
Oh.
But I would
okay.
definitely touch base with you.
Okay. All right. We'll talk about it after the show. Okay.
I'm sorry. I wish I could agree to it right now, but I have to just make sure I have the time. You know what I mean? Because I work full time as well.
Oh, that
right.
makes it hard.
Well, I'll touch base. What I'll do is I'll probably message you later today or tomorrow. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm excited to have you back on.
All right, guys. Thank you for having me. Have a good night. It was good talking to you.
Yeah, thanks. You too. Have a good one.
Bye.